Hello and welcome to Tyranny. This is the latest thing from Obsidian and Paradox Interactive, working together like only they can. It's very like Pills of Eternity if you've played that. Very like Pills of Eternity if you've played that. Only whereas Pills of Eternity had you as the kind of you were the hero of the world because you kind of were. You were like a bit magic or whatever, very Skyrim, very Dovahkiin. Tyranny actually goes in a different direction. You're kind of like, you're like if you're familiar with Judge Dredd, and you fucking should be, it's kind of like being a judge in that you're a kind of mobile judge, jury, executioner system where you kind of you inflict the will of the overlord Kyrus. Tyranny is, of course, post-conquest. That's its selling point. That's its hook. The first part of the game, the prologue, is you making some choices, as is the tradition of games of this ilk. You make a couple of choices and you find out how you conquered this little section of the world, and then you go on to the game. There's been a revolution. People aren't happy with the whole overlord thing. And you're back in to sort shit out. Choices you make in the prologue, obviously, as is the nature of choices in video games like this, are shoehorned into the main game. So you will be meeting people who you would recognise from all those years ago where you took all their shit and burnt all their crops. And that's it. Unlike what we usually do here, I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit. We're going to start off a bit in it, because the prologue's fucking boring. It's an RPG. It's a fucking squad-based RPG. You know what the prologue is. It's those couple of little fights where people say, "Oh, do you want to be nice man to me, or do you want to be bad man to me?" And then maybe you save a guy's life, or maybe you let him die, and maybe it's like, "Oh, but if you have athletics, you can run fast." You know what I'm fucking talking about. There's there's no change. There's nothing about the opening to RPGs has changed. It's not good, but apparently it's the best system anyone can fucking think of. So this is how we're doing it. And to get past all that tedious shite, I've skipped us ahead. Something different than Pillars is that you can't create your own. Well, you create your hero. You create the guy or girl. I've chosen a girl in this one. You create your character, obviously, from a grab bag of various traits, abilities, and so on. But you can't create others. Whereas in Pillars of Eternity, you had that. You could recruit people, and you go to the character creation screen and just make a guy to hang around with. None of that anymore. That's all gone. Here we are.
Yes.
Who's that old man? Yeah. Alright, yeah. This is my group. There's Whiskey Jane. There is Verse, what's his name, Barrick, and Old Man Lantry, who I just rescued from the camp of this camp here. There was a trial by combat. He apparently speaks some language that no one else speaks, and I wanted to code it, so I got him. Yeah, it's very kind of generic fantasy though far. They are doing interesting things with the judge juries, with the what's it called? They're just called judges, but that's way too generic a term to really come across with what I'm trying to say here. The numbers are due to counter like a prisoner battle. The numbers have begun to thin. Death Knell, Scarlet Fury has a new technique. Death Knell. See what part of the system is, because it's very text-based. Part of the system is that certain words that you might not, know naturally, like Scarlet Chorus is highlighted. It explains what the Scarlet Chorus is. They're an organization of thugs, basically. Death. It didn't link Death Knell. They've obviously just put an automatic system in, so every time a word death, so on certain difficulty, they can die. Like, that's less than super useful. Remote settlement on the western side of the valley here. They're with the chorus forces. So that's what we are up to today. There we go. Remote settlement. You've got 5 hours. An interesting thing about this actually is the time limit. We've got 6 days to kick out the rebels and sort shit out. And then everyone dies. If we don't, everyone in the valley dies. Because we are doing this for an incredibly powerful wizard, apparently. I'm just going to hit quick save. There we go. I'm just going to hit quick save. And this is how the game folds out. Tab shows you where all the shit is that you might want to click on. I'm just kind of creeping in. Yeah, it's very text-based. Not a lot of voice acting, actually, a lot of the time, which is a bit disappointing. I am... She's a girl. But I don't do girls' voices. It sounds like a hate crime when I do a girl's voice, so I'm not going to bother. You suddenly in the centre of the village, you feel as though you're being watched from all angles. The distant patter of feet echo off the walls in the small and seemingly deserted village. Yeah, I tend to be quite nice in games like this. I do my best to not be a massive dickhead. Like, you know, there's no problem murdering shitheads, obviously, but you don't want to murder everyone, because then people remember that, and you've got to murder more people. You get dragged into the root of most murder. And I prefer characters when they can talk. I like characters. I like writing. I like reading. Fucking nerd. Moving the roof of the dark creaks into someone's weight. A tree rustles behind you. Very fucking melodramatic. If you're on the head. Yeah, I'm just being nice. Fuck off, mate. Combs your overlord. And we're getting mugged. Everyone, would you believe in One Piece? We'll send you home back north. I want you folks to see what happened to those who invade our lands.
Send them at me in waves.
Yep. So naturally, it's like pause. You like pause to navigate. Is she equipped a staff? Because she really shouldn't have equipped that fucking staff. Weapon sets. No, she's got a sword out. Yeah, like levels go up, as in, like you gain levels rather by gaining stats in things. It's the Skyrim system. You'll recognise it from there, wherein like you use magic staffs. You gain puts to magic staffs, and each point you get grants you progress towards the next level up, which means levels are kind of unpredictable as to when you're going to get them. This old man, I've obviously not been in a fight with yet, but so far I'm enjoying my less warrior mage kind of character down there, which is a lot of fun. Fulmination. Just fucking thunder that bitch. What I'm enjoying actually about this a lot is the way the spell system tends to work. The way the spell system in this works is very much based on like you get the elements, so you get like the basic buff element, you get the thunder, you get the ice, etc. And from that, what you do is you combine it with like directional effects. So like you get the thunder spell, and you get the long way away one character beam, and then you combine those things, you just thunder a dude, and then there's like accents. So like you thunder a dude, and then you get the accent for slightly more power, and it costs more lore to learn that spell because the cast times are all the same, which is interesting. There's no mana, nothing like that. Like all the cast times are the same. The only fuck off, mate. The only difference between someone who's really good at magic and someone who's shit at magic isn't the amount of spells they can cast, it's the power of those spells. So there's it basically. Faster characters have shorter wind-up times before they can do something else. Heavier armor slows down your wind-up times. Clumsiness slows down your wind-up times. Focusing on anything other than fucking dexterity slows down your wind-up times. And your wind-up times basically determine how fast you can hit things and how many things you can do. So it's very, very handy to have short ones. Oh, look, more dudes. Right, flicking the bronze tip of her blade, a Scarlet Fiera strolls into view with a smug smile, flanked by an entourage of ex-soldiers. I'm not going to do her voice, because there's a lot of women talking right now, and I don't do women's voices as well. Not bad, but I'll climb the same number of corpses and half the sword strokes, but, well, there are my manners. What I help so generously given. Sincerest gratitude, that's in my place. Yeah, these are the Scarlet Chorus are basically thugs who terrify other people into becoming more thugs. A rolling tide of shitheads. Not professional soldiers, but there are professional soldiers, and you have to decide which military approach you prefer. And then, of course, like you gain favor with one or the other. Like the different military branches have. You build up reputation with them. So Scarlet Chorus, 1 favor, 80% to tier 2, and 0 wrath. So wrath obviously is them getting scared of you, and favor is them liking you. Well, getting pissed with you really, but they get scared of you. It's not a you don't have to worry about them ganging up on you at the moment just because they're a rabble of shitheads. Yeah, you will fucking thank me, dickhead. I'll have you killed. Tiger Forge Bronze Great Spear? Like, there's what I like about this, actually, one of the interesting, like, plot elements of it, is that it's like, canonical, that the evil empire is the only guys who have iron. Like, somehow they have pretty much monopolized iron in this fucking world. So it doesn't really, like, they have a massive advantage against everyone else because they've got the fucking iron. Yep. Okay, right. Death down and get pissed about the fact that you basically just lured me to a fucking trap. Scarlet Chorus camp. I don't know what that's glowing for. The Tripnut Wilderness. I imagine that's the next plot mission. Yeah. There is actually an interesting to me about this is that this will probably just be like section 1. I've not gone far enough to know for sure yet, but from what I understand, there's that days there 5 days. That's how many days I have to live, unless I get rid of the guys, unless I get rid of the fucking rebellion. And in which point everyone dies, because some really, really old fucking magic's going on. And that's good, I don't know, I like that. Because it's, just gonna smack the bitch. Yeah, I know it's a good fucking punch. What do you want from me? See, what's interesting to me about these guys, the Scarlet Chorus, is a lot of the time they actually like you if you just kick their fucking asses. Like, they're a little bit weird about it. What the fuck is that? Immunity poison. Fuck you. Yep. See I got a twisted iron sword there for a minute. Regards, disfavored iron sword, Earthshaker's staff, lots of staff of Titans, bronze, blah. Bronze gateway. White leather helm for the old man. Nah, fuck him. You see, he's quite useful because he casts fucking spells with his giant goddamn feather there. So, like, the less armor he has, obviously, is going to be easy to kill if someone great gains round on him, but he casts spells like a motherfucker. Like, he's flinging those shit out like it doesn't even matter. Is that better than his stuff? It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Alright, whatever. I guess it doesn't hurt if he can't be poisoned. But yeah, that is how it works thus far. Fucking... Nope, hang on. What I want to do... There we are. I'm just trying to figure out what the quest is at the moment. Scarlet Chorus, well, you need to help them deal with the rebel force in the area before Kaz's armies march upon the citadel. Yep. So, as I say, very simple. 6 hours, like usually. I don't give a shit that it takes 6 hours to get somewhere. Like, it doesn't matter. There's not a time limit on, but we're here with the time limit. 6 fucking days before everyone dies. you've got a fucking motivation to do things efficiently. Like your ability to fucking move yourself about is suddenly, holy shit, they've made that fucking interesting. They've added a layer of fucking complexity that it goddamn needed. Because, like, no one cares if pills of it. You can spend on pills of eternity. You can rest before each and every goddamn fight, and it doesn't matter because, yeah. I mean, who cares if you walked into a door, fought 4 guys, slept for 8 hours, walked down the corridor, fought 4 guys, slept for 8 hours, busted into the next room. Like, they're not moving anywhere. But on this, I mean, you can still do that, but it's a bad idea now because there's a time fucking constraint. There's tension there. Morris puts his tattooed arm asleep midway through the estuary. Look, pointed face. So yeah, and so like your what's it called? Your companions have stats, so like loyalty and fear. So she's 2 fear and 2 loyalty. So she knows I can fuck shit up, but she's also kind of like pally with me. You know what I mean? You can have both. If you have very high loyalty or very high fear, you unlock abilities based on that character. Like, you work better together in combat. So there's like a motivation to... There's kind of a motivation to min-max, but because they don't directly like pull against each other like karma in so many fucking video games, it's like less of a shit show. It's a lot less of a shit show. I like it a lot more. I could just grab him by the fucking throat. Ah, fuck him. Kept an eye on them for the last couple of days and the last few hours ago, looking for food, maybe went for help, but I haven't returned yet. I just... So my game, the mountains are in half rotten for days, so I don't really get much light to continue, but not like to win any fight we start. Now you are here, I figure my game will help back and keep an eye out for trouble, maybe sweep into things a bit messy. Nah, fuck 'em. We will descend and help with the Florin. I don't know who Florin is, and because that word is an orange, I can't know. I imagine it's been mentioned to me. This is a game of a lot of fucking text. I'll cheat at battle, but not with my... Oh, okay. Fake Limp, a man famous for fucking shit up and presumably lying about how well his legs work. You know, kind of a...
Do you have eyes on this?
Oh, sweet, mystical, sexy, purple thing. I've got enough supplies. Go get it. A staff of sexy storm staff. So presumably more magical damage, I guess. Like, it's not super clear what the different staffs do. Like, I know that you get different levels based on... Let's do some fucking magic at him. Yeah, I like that. I am a, what's it called? A battle mage, I think that's the term. I do, like, the battles are quite slow. But the battles are quite slow, but what? No, they are just quite slow. I think there's a way to change the speed, but, God knows what that is. See, he's eventually gonna do something there. Okay. Yeah, I've been dicking around with the AI. See, no hands at this point. I've been dicking around with the AI, and what you can do is actually you can arrange matters so that the game, your companions pretty much play themselves. I'm not playing on easy mode, by the way. If you're wondering how difficult the game was, if you were gonna, you know, make a comment about, oh yeah, of course it's not hard on fucking lazy boy mode, but no, I'm playing this at Oh, what's the fucking... Yeah, I'm circling around. I'm playing this at... normal. Which, obviously, is average. It's okay. It's not super difficult. It was never gonna be. Whatever. But... at normal... It's not... Oh, shit. Alright. No, I'll just fucking... Quantum leap, then. Jesus, mate. See, yeah, it's advantageous if you give your soldiers, if you give everyone. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. If you give all your guys like magical abilities, like you equip your. No, what an idiot. If you equip your standard, he leveled up for running through a spike trap, so good for him, I guess. That's a bit weird. Yeah. It's advantageous if you equip your guys with, like, useful abilities. Like, if you equip your dudes with, like, useful magical abilities and shit. Because A, it quickens them leveling up. And B, like, there's some really useful higher level oh shit. There's some really useful higher level shit that you can get. I'm not dead until the game says so. Yeah, I'm just gonna swap to double knives. Okay. That's some really useful, like, just like quite low level, like, magic that you can get. That's just it gives you a massive advantage. So there's no reason not to spec everyone in at least a little bit of fucking magery, and that's kind of good. That is how I feel like fucking Judge Dredd in fantasy should work. You should be aiming to just make a team of the ultimate cheating badasses, basically. Oh, he's leveled up. Here's interesting. So leveling up is you pick a basic stat to increase, and then you pick an ability. All these things, parry, lore, dodge, athletics, blah 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 blah, all they do basically is like that increases his parries, and it's like Skyrim in that the stats go up and they give you credit towards leveling. What's he gonna get? Because these spells are fucked anyway, it doesn't matter. Ability cooldowns, attack, health, accuracy, armor deflection, doesn't matter. Nah. Make him a tiny bit faster. Yes. And give him... Because, like, Punisher is damage, Sentinel is defense, so you can spec him in both directions, which is pleasant. Shields, really interesting. Gauge, yeah. Alright. Yeah, that's everything. Like, obviously, like, you as a character have fucking everything. Like, you have just... you can spec in fucking all directions at once. It doesn't matter, because, you know, you're not tied to your starting class, but everyone else is pretty much tied to... Everyone else has 2, this guy has 3, because he's got wizard shit. Yes. But yeah, you're pretty much... You aren't tied to your starting class, but all your mates are. Which can be slightly frustrating.
Time to lighten my step.
Sneaky in... It doesn't fucking matter, because none of my characters are stealthy, but... And it slows you the fuck down like hell, but... You, But you can detect traps and shit a lot better. Oh, he's not going to attack me, is he? I'm just going to go up and say hi.
You see that?
Oh, cool. I leveled up. No idea why. I probably gained a fucking starting charisma or some shit. Everyone's peons have arrived. Blades up! I like doing military guys as big fancy fuckers. Like, yeah, Venedrial Guard are favour of 4 with me. Because I'm just so fucking nice to them. Like, I let them retreat if they want. I negotiate for hostage. I'm the loveliest fucker to my enemies. And ready for battle. The Venerable Guard captain of the warriors in the camp. Just tarnished bronze spotting countless scars across his arms. Tower over his peers. If you value your life, drop his willful sight. He's going to your careful deal. Wait, no, you. Put your face. Can it be Peacebinder? Which is my nickname because I'm such a nice guy. They've given me a nickname for being not a shithead. Yeah, and that is something that I've gained through, you know, choices in the prologue where you decide how you're going to fuck everything up. And I chose to be as nice as possible. Just try and work this shit out. Because I'm going to win, yeah? Like, your ability to destroy these fuckers is not in question. So why not make it so that, you know, they might work with us later? You know? Like, I'm during the conquest, I was already thinking about the occupation, and that's smart. That's what smart is. I mean, I will have to kill them all eventually because it's a video game and no one can get along because it's boring. But I was as nice to them as I could be, in the hope that, you know, they wouldn't make me kill them all. Yeah, I know. I'm not here to lecture you, buddy. I am definitely here to take your fucking head. The lives of your warriors. Yeah, I'll just I'll lean on my reputation for being the nicest man. What? My crew lives on, so I might die in next battle. Karn's peg boy. What's a peg boy? Because Karn is a giant, like a huge guy. I feel like that may be a weird sex joke, but I have neither the ability nor the inclination to figure out what the fuck that means. I can't let them all go, because then I'm just being shit at my job. You know? And I do actually have to beat these guys. Where is this game going if I just let everyone go? Because I do eventually have to fucking kill them. Like, from what I understand, the magic around that is... No, I'm gonna see if I can't wheedle my fucking way out of winning this for the villain. I'm gonna see if I can't be the worst fucking fate binder in the world. Fate binders are the Judge Dredd type motherfuckers that I was mentioning before. That's the title because, you know, fate binder. It's a vaguely fantasy fluff piece. Why not? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Oh. Insufficient reputation. Motherfucker, we are... Oh, okay. Oh, maybe he's not afraid of me. Enough. Oh, he just... Okay. But you agreed to fucking... He agreed to my goddamn terms. And then I said, okay. And then he was like, nah, fuck you. Fuck you, buddy. You shithead. Barely pleasant at all. Yeah, the problems are these guys. Because they have, like... not terrible ranged attacks. Oh, sweet. Level up. Which is, like, tactically handy to level up in this. Oh god, he's gonna kill my fucking wizard boy. And then who will do my spells and shit? Do I have a potion for you, old man? Bloop. Apparently I do. Where the fuck is it? Why you sort that shit out? Buddink. Buddink. Yeah.
On your command.
Good. Ah, fuck, my wizard's dead. Well, we might be in trubs, because he's the only guy who knows how to heal. Like, at all. Like, you'd think that I, as a battle mage, would have any ability with healing, but I'm way better at slapping dudes with a giant fucking sword. Get the fuck down. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this fight, I suspect. I'm gonna make myself... I wanna give myself some sweet perks. Oh yeah, still playing as angry lady. Yeah. Fuck you, mate. Yeah. Sweetie shithead. Yeah. That was not a good insult either, was it? That'll do. That will do just fine. Oh, it's gonna take fucking forever though.
Damn thing could pierce claw.
Eat fucking lightning dick. Yeah, shit. And I can't do that for a while, but I can do this. And I'm gonna shock that knob.
Oh, got dark all of a sudden.
My giant Thunderman is not doing nearly as much. My giant fucking armor boy there is not doing nearly as much fucking damage as he should. Oh, what are you? Where are you going, you gigantic bastard? Fuck them up. Oh, they're gonna hit me before I can do my fancy heal thing. Yep, they are. Now it's just this knobhead. Cast magical invisibility on yourself, chum. See, this guy is just a tank. Like, he's just a fucking truck boy. There's so little they can do to hurt him. It's tremendous. Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, fuck you, mate. I mean, he's not gonna win, because he can barely do any damage. His job is to stand there and get punched. And this is no longer the time for that. Yeah, fuck this. Loaned. What was my last save? It tells you which your quick saves are. Go right there. So yeah, it's as I say, I'm playing it on normal, which isn't super hard. But you can certainly die if you do stupid shit. Like, and this is just like I'm just throwing this out there. You certainly die if you do. Nah, I'm gonna tank it. I'm just gonna further tank him. At the moment, yeah. Go on, better shields. Because it's not like he's not gonna have one ever. Save. Sneaky sneak my way up here. Doop 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 doop.
I'd say that's worth a second glance.
They're not up here now, are they? No, they just turn up magically later. Okay. I'm gonna go straight for the everyone dies but you option and see if I can't convince them just to fucking do that.
I'd say that's worth a second glance. You didn't see nothing.
Yeah, you gain subterfuge by standing near to people while invisible, so it's easy just to play the game to level yourself up with that quite quickly. This shit again. Oh, cool. Echo Call. See, that's another thing that I've fucking done. This game tends to remember when you're merciful. So the more merciful you are, the easier it becomes to be merciful. Whereas if you kill motherfuckers and lie to them, they know that you kill motherfuckers and lie to them a lot. So you basically get fucking nothing. Well, I can't come back empty-handed. That's the only... Right, sweet. Yeah, I didn't change my mind, so he's like, yeah, you probably are not a massive lying dickhead. Oh, I probably leveled up when I spotted that last time. Which is, Whetstone, Sigil of Frostfire, and a Beastblood Pollen. See, sigils, which are these book-looking motherfuckers, are super duper goddamn handy. That's just a notebook. Alright. Sigils, which are those paper-looking motherfuckers, are really great because that means that you now know fuses the cause of frost and fire. Oh, so now I can throw fiery frost and frosty fire at people, which is another great thing to do. Like, that's cool. Yeah, I don't need accuracy, spell strength, magic defense. I could do with being a little bit faster. I'm wearing stupid armor though, which is not gonna be great for me. Target defensive stance. Stance right in place. Piece of gun, single one-handed melee weapons, iron laser, shield mash, here we go. Iron laser. Alright, okay. Yeah, so there's the penalty for wearing heavy armor is that you hit slower, so that is a fucking annoying thing to have for like a warrior mage, because your spells are like you can just use less of them per fight. You know what I mean? Because you're throwing way less shit. So it's really good to kind of it's kind of a good idea to like give yourself abilities to like boost your defenses without having to wear fucking 20 pounds of sheet steel. You know what I mean? Your magic stuff to device after diamond stealth. Magic save and ability to extend strike multiple times. Not for me either. Additional spell slots might be nice. Grants a bonus to lore. Yeah, maybe I'll focus on Thunder, Shots Mighty. Mastery, 4, so Mastery 2, Head Strike, that's it, low, 2, Mastery, Weakness, Rampage. Mastery, Brawler, let's go quicker. Alright, yeah. Good, my character is delicate a fuck. Can I just increase fucking speeds? Attack, unseen advantage, duelist. Sweep, duel, master, finish, combat. Yeah, I think I am gonna fucking scale down the armor and try and hit a little bit faster. It's a pain in the ass because it means I'll get my ass handed to me a lot quicker by anyone sufficiently large and nasty. But a couple of my shield, thrust to interrupt the target. That's vaguely useful. Thrust is an ability that your hero always has. Like it's a basic just you have thrust kind of thing going on. Is that frost, lightning, illusion, vigor? So frost. Do I have frost fire anywhere? Frost fire. Yeah, this is how you make spells. So you get like frost. So for example, frost, distant impact, focused intent, and channel strength. So channel strength is like a blur kind of cone thing. I don't know why I made that noise. Distant impact is you motherfucker over there specifically, and focused intent is like just charging your fucking fist and then just clocking the bastard. And that's pretty much how that works. And then you can add shit to it. So like now you have to have a lore of 45. You'll notice that my dedicated wizard had a lore of 45, whereas my fucking giant fucking two-handed berserker wizard has 56, because this game is madness. Frostfire. So what's that actually do? What's that actually? So damage. Oh, it does damage fire and. Oh, alright, yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, I don't want it to be. Hang on, no, actually. I don't want to call it fucking. Can I rename it? Is there a name? Yeah, I can rename it. Because Frozen Grasp is not what you want for, So what about, what's it? Ah! God damn it. Alright, You know, like those fucking... You get like a red and a blue flavour slushy. And that might be an English thing, that might be a thing that exclusively exists in the poor English town that I grew up in. I don't know where that came from, but I know that mixed slushy is the name of that spell now, and that's amazing to me. Yeah, because I dig fiery magic. Yeah, because it costs a lot just to fucking add that, so okay. Mint. And these are like all the, like, oh, I'm pals with the Venetian Guards, so I get Champion's Valor. The Venturing Guard are our enemies. Verse likes me, so I get Death from Above, where I throw her into the air and she fires arrows at people. Like, that kind of crazy shit. Like, that's all Archon Tunen. Tunen's my boss, basically. So whenever you get the opportunity to do, like, whenever you act in a way that's particularly, like, good for fucking your job, Tunon enjoys it. Tunon's like, yeah, guy, you keep fucking being just and not kind, but kinda just. Graven Ash is a big, angry war man who digs me sometimes. Only sometimes. Oh, well, he's just off, is he? Oh, here they come. I negotiated the surrender of their captain, and fucking we're gonna eat him for memories, because that's what the leader of the fucking... Yeah, it's all kind of in here. Like, the plot is... We are just starting off. Like, we're not very far into this game at all at this point, and this hasn't been a particularly... This has just been a side quest. This has been 2 side quests, one after the other. But this is kind of what it's like, you know? Like, you go on little crusades, you talk to people, and then you talk to some more people. You talk to people a whole lot, and you can generally get out of, Oh, are we gonna get mugged now? Oh, no, I'm going to tell you to report the disfavored camp. 2 Archons are gathering from another meeting and demand your presence. When look our fearless leaders are finally ready to deal with these oathbreakers once and for all. Yeah, the 2 leaders of, like, both squads are just shitheads to each other, which is great. Like, there's the giant, burly, I am the war man of the war guy. And there's the smaller, less burly, I am the sneaky guy who eats people's souls to gain their memories and secrets. And they fucking really don't like each other. Like, they really are not friends. And that's kind of great, as far as I'm concerned. That you've just got these 2 guys who just really do not give a shit how each other feel like things should be going, but they're both in charge. They're just both in charge, so, you know, you kind of gotta feel like, you kind of gotta negotiate your way through that relationship, but one of them's way more of a prick than the other one is. So it's really easy to just be like, oh, you're a dickhead, aren't you, friend? Like, one of them really enjoys you being brash and speaking your mind, and one of them enjoys, like, lying and cheating and shit. So it's really easy to, like, accidentally piss one of them off by being like, oh, this is what happened, and the other one's like, yeah, you're telling the truth. It's like, it's fucking, it's comedic, almost, and it's fucking apparent, like, it's very direct, apparent, like, oh, this is the, because there's not a good guy and a bad guy, there's just a straightforward shithead and a sneaky shithead, and I kind of like that. I like that, like, how you're, like, there isn't a good and evil, because you are evil. You're on the bad guy's team, you're doing the bad guy shit, but you're doing the bad guy shit, like, nice, and you're kind of like, we have won, like, let's handle the fact that we fucking own your asses now as nicely as possible. Or there's like, we've won, and I'm gonna drink your blood and fuck the hole in your sternum where I'm gonna get your blood from, and there's not a lot you can do about that, and there isn't. You can just be that douchebag, but I feel like that might be making things harder on yourself later. I suspect that this game is going to twist at some point, and either I'm going to have a chance to overthrow the evil Kyrus, or I'm going to have a chance to, like, rebuild this area, and it's like, technically, Kyrus's kingdom, like, yeah, he is the overlord, but also we've got, like, a really cool, like, local government who, like, supports fucking public outreach programs, and there's lots of after-school clubs. That's, like, probably not exactly what's going to happen, because what the fuck? They don't have schools. These are medieval peasants. But, you know, hopefully there'll be some kind of cool after-school activities for the kiddos. Or we just like or like, oh, I am the local government, and I sit on a throne of skulls, and every day I deflower another one of your virgins, and every night I destroy a man, and that's just how we roll now. I have destroyed any semblance of order and duty, and I, with Kyrus's blessing, rule your little peninsula with an iron fucking fist. And I don't know, I like the idea of that's as good or as evil as you can get. Like, there's someone bigger and mightier than you, and the extremity of your fucking power is how you choose to interpret their wishes and their will. It's like being, yeah, it's like being a judge in America, I imagine, where you're just kind of interpreting someone else's fucking wishes. The Tenderizer, a one-handed mace, and pot. What? Oh, cool. It's a Gorgot. I think I'm gonna scale down her armor. She's already not wearing plate, and I had her in plate last time, but she's still got the super duper heavy helmet on and the super duper heavy gloves. I might just give her that fucking Gorgot, because if you get, because parry is the defense you get if you're in melee range, and is that just very slow regenerative effect and makes you very slightly faster. She's handy for parrying, but not as handy as just fucking plus 10. She gets the bangles. She want the hat? No, I prefer her with the crazy fucking hat. This guy gets the hat. Yeah. Oh, does he want that? Yeah, he wants that. Fuck it. Bronze War Mace, Twisted Sword. What's that cool thing? Bronze Axe, one-handed. Yeah, bronze is like the shit tier of gear, and there's some really cool artisanal, fancy-made bronze axe, but it's still shit because it's made of fucking bronze. It's just soft and crappy, and that's the way bronze is. You know, that's like kind of how bronze rolls. Did he not say that? Oh, here are some guys. Oh yeah, fuck you, buddy. You're not shit. Oh yeah, no, go around the long way, mate. There's no way that's gonna have a negative fucking. Jesus Christ, you guys ass kicked then in like those 2.5 goddamn seconds. Poke him with your sword, love. Yeah. Thrust is an attack that your hero has and no one else has, and the effect of it, the purpose of it, as far as I can tell, is that it you get a load of abilities that change what thrust does. So like, if you want, like, you can have a load of abilities, and there's loads of like little, like your first, like very early level like upgrades and shit. Just make thrust better. So it's pretty useful in that sense, in that like, yeah, I'm just gonna blast those dudes with sweet, sexy. What are you fucking doing, you idiot? No, get your ass right back there. Because in a minute, any minute now, she's going to throw some cool magic. Oh, okay. Well, I guess she gets bonused anyway. Oh, fuck off the light. But yeah, electricity stuns, cold slows, fire does continuing damage. That is the abilities I understand them. Electricity is really handy because like you hit him with some of that. Potions are instant. Electricity is really handy because like you hit him with some of that, and then all of a sudden they're like, and they can't attack you for a little while, which is nice. That wizard is way less like useful than I was hoping he might be when I like got him. But yeah, I say she's got quite a good parry, but quite a low dodge. And parry is defense when you're close. And oh fuck, parry is defense when you're close. And look, man, no hands. Parry is defense when you're close, and dodge is defense when you're far away. And I'm really impressed that I eventually managed to say that at all, because apparently it's the most difficult thing I've ever done. Oh, are you just gonna? Alright, are you doing that? Alright, just Do some magic on yourself, friend. Oh, he's fucked. We're getting our asses kicked again. We're not, like, this is maybe me showing off that I could win battles with my hands away from the keyboard. Maybe I just made myself look like a tool. That's entirely possible. That arrow just bounced the fuck off of it. Which is, like, good for you, I guess. But yeah, you'll notice that a character's using abilities without me having to tell them, and that's largely because the AI is actually reasonably competent. See, he's gone over there to cast magical fucking shroud on his mate, because he's a good guy. Which makes it a bit harder to hit. See, I like the idea of giving your warriors just like a little spell just in case. Like, yeah, it's a bit of a bonus just in case. I think we're going to win this one, to be honest. Oh, Jeezy Pete's. Alright, we might not then. Are we not going to... Yeah, should... Oh, no, I'll heal. Just fucking run in there. You've got knives. Yeah, they won't change stance by themselves. Yeah, cool.
You got it.
Yeah. It's a very similar setup to Pillars of Eternity, where you get wounds, but only sometimes. You don't always get wounded, and the Edict of Execution just gives you +1 resolve. So this whole area of the game, because you know we're gonna die soon. Like if we don't get shit done, we're just gonna up and fucking die, and there's not a lot to be done about it. Means that everyone just has +1 resolve. Everyone's just a little bit hardier. Everyone's just a little bit more fucking desperate. And I like that reflection. It's not... I mean, it's not the most intuitive way you could add that sense to the game, but it certainly adds more than just fucking... It certainly adds more than just, like, saying, oh, everyone's a bit tense. Like, the idea that tensity has a reflection in the game. It's not imperfect, it's clumsy, but it's there. You know? And we've only got fucking 5 days and then everyone dies. And it's quite possible that stat bonus will increase or change based on how close we come to some kind of whatever magical Armageddon awaits us at the end of this time period. An interesting twist, actually, is that my character is the one who started it. My character is the one who came in and said, yep, I have cast this spell. May the... Oh, is he... Have I received a letter? I have. First come before the court's actions here. We were starving, desperate need, when return to still not best. We shall serve the lives of the Overlord. Alright. Oh, he likes me though. He likes me so goddamn much. And then to push him into just full-on loving you have to do something really fucking big. Oh, that's that merchant who I was like, let's not have him killed. What's he got to fucking say? Because yeah, you like... Over the course of the game, you do just have moments where you're like, don't kill this man. Yeah, you get a lot of broken shit. Which is just a way of the game. It's just, instead of having a character, you kill a fucking, like, random starving bandit and he's got, like, 70 quid on him. You kill a starving bandit and he drops a suit of broken armor. And you can't use the armor, because it's his armor, and you just stabbed a hole through it to kill it. But you can sell the armor for, like, bits, and then you get money. So it's just a slightly more lore-friendly way of having there be financial rewards every time you stab a motherfucker. Which is nice. Which is a nice way of doing it, in my opinion. These are all the dudes who you can talk to. And, like, some of them you're not allowed to talk to. Like Hellspar there, who I saved from... Yeah, don't tell me about yourself, mate. I honestly don't care. Hellspar there, who I saved from a pack of fucking marauders at some point, and now he just, like, blithely acknowledges me whenever I go near him. Just, you know, about as nice as people get in the fantasy future hell world. Oh, Matt, are they trainers? There are trainers in this game who can, like, teach you how to, who can, like, teach you how to do shit better. And, yeah, here we go. So, like, you can pay him a little bit of money to train you, but you can only train 5 times per level. I'm gonna train my ass off in dodge, I think. What's athletics good for? I don't know what athletics actually does, but I hear it's pretty good. That's pretty much my stance on all video game stuff. And yeah, and they boost you towards the next level where you can train 5 times again. You can only train 5 times, as I say, per level. Yeah, no, this is very Pillars of Eternity. I've just been fucking describing basic mechanics from it like an asshole this entire time. But this is very Pillars of Eternity, and I said what I wanted to say about Pillars of Eternity on my Pillars of Eternity review. And that it's not breaking the fucking mold. It's not regenerating anything. It's a throwback. It's a fucking evolutionary dead end that we surpassed, but people are still like, no, that was good. So here's another one. Like, Pillars of Eternity was pretty great. This is much better. Like, I way prefer this to Pillars of Eternity, just because, like, it gives you a reason to A, have that kind of, like, political level of power, and it gives you a fucking motivation in the form of a ticking fucking down number in the top of your screen that's like, hey, end of this number. You're dead. You're dead. And you can't, like, and 8 hours to sleep and restore all your shit. That ticks off from the fire, from that glowing little 5 at the top there. Like, I don't know, it just, Pillars of Eternity felt very loose. It felt very much like it didn't have a solid direction. It was easy to kind of, like, in the mid game, as like these RPGs so often do, it feels very easy to just kind of detach from the main plot, do some side quests, and then realize you don't know why you care about these characters or these locations. Whereas this, I know why I care about this character, because in 5 days they're going to die unless we complete the big objective. So it gives the side quests a sense of urgency, and it ensures that you don't just hunt down each side quest and go to every room and dick around in every fucking dungeon, because you don't have enough time, and you don't know how long the main quest is away from being done. At this point, I might have already failed this game essentially because the main quest takes more than 5 days to complete. I doubt it very much, but it's possible. It's possible, and that's interesting. It's interesting that you're motivated to keep going even when, like, with the generic RPG formula, you want to be like, oh, I'll slow down, I'll explore everything, I'll min-max my character, I'll, dick about, and you can't. You just don't have that option, and that's nice. It's nice that. It's nice, and it feels like something I'll complete. A lot of games like this I don't end up finishing because, you get to the mid-game, things slow down, and you stop giving a shit. You drift away. And this doesn't feel like... It doesn't feel like that's going to be a problem this time. It really feels like something that is going to be tight enough and keep giving you, now's the thing, and now's this thing, and now's the thing. It feels like it's going to be punchy enough in its quest giving to keep that kind of level of momentum, to keep that level of urgency, and to get through all the get through it to the end, and that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. So yeah, tentative thumb up and like half thumb up, like a bit of a it's alright, it's okay. It's like worst games. Yeah, it's the best thing that I've played. It's the best RPG of this kind, at least, that I've played in a while. Smarter AI system than Dragon Age. I'll give it that, because while I don't know how many people dicked with this, because it's totally possible to play through the entire game and not notice that it exists. But the AI system in Dragon Age, those who for those who remember that, was you could pick basic behaviours like you can in this, and you could go into it and fiddle around with it in the very basic if your character goes below 20% health, do this. If your character is surrounded by enemies, do this. And you could what was fun about that is while you could obviously perfect it and really focus in on what your characters in the individualities of your characters, you could also just go in there and break it. You could just go in there, give them a bad command, and then watch as they did stupid shit. Because you told them. I remember at one point I burnt all my health potions because I forgot what the greater than and lesser than symbols meant, and so told Alice Theron that if his health was more than 20%, he should drink a health potion. So I unloaded. I thought, I'm very satisfied with myself. I'm happy with that decision. I think I'm going to do better in the game. And came out of the menu into the game world, and he drank every single health potion I had. And yeah, it was less than. I mean, I died, and then I reloaded, and then I didn't do that. I undid that, but for a moment there, I was really I felt really great about myself, and then I felt like an idiot. And in removing that level of I don't know. I do feel like it's missing. I do feel like I'd like that.
I'd like to record history before it all runs out.
All right. I do feel like I like that, but I don't feel like that is something this game's missing. If they had it in a sequel, I'd be pleased to see it. But it doesn't. It's such a fucking specific, weird thing, and I don't know how much work it would be in Instigate. But it's such a specific little thing that I can't see it being missed. And beyond that, this game's better than Dragon Age, honestly, in every measurable way. Obviously, it's like different, like graphically, but I prefer it. I prefer it a lot because it ties itself in a bit better. It's not as like cinematic. It's obviously not as highly budgeted as something like that. But like Dragon Age 1, definitely better than Dragon Age Inquisition. Maybe better than Dragon Age Inquisition. Fell down a lot in the plot area for me, but it was a very polished thing. This seems to have a bit less polish, and obviously it's less expensive, it's less cinematic, but I don't buy video games to watch movies. And Dragon Age and all the EA games at the moment, Mass Effect Andromeda looks like it's going to be in that direction as well. I don't fucking buy EA game. I don't buy video games to watch movies, and EA is following in Final Fantasy's mistaken, hobbled fucking footsteps in that it seems to think that's why I do. And that's it. That's my opinion, as fucking dreary as it may be. I have been Luke Mosley. This has been Hollywood Mel. Thank you very much for watching. Jesus Christ, we've been at it an hour. Jesus, man. You gotta warn me when the time gets on like that. Yeah. That's this. That's this. Whatever item of content this was, whatever fucking experience this has been for you. It's over now. I'm sorry. We have to move on with our lives. You have to find something else. Not somebody else, because I'll be back. But for a while. We've got to face this big world alone. I'm sorry about that. I am. But you have to leave now. Go away.